Yes. Most of my hands. Hello. Hey, yep. How is everybody? Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Good to see everybody. I was just coming over from Nonsense's stream, and I wanted to cover this just really quick. Nothing major, just something really quick, because I am working on a much, much, much longer video, but it's taking a while because there's a fucking shit ton of research to do. Going over free speech, defamation, libel, slander, libel, all the things, right? So we're going over all that stuff in an upcoming video, probably Sunday, I'm thinking, because it does take a while to, that was funny. It does take a while, right, to go over all of this. But here are some of the things, right? So the video is, it's an educational type video, but without being able to look at and pinpoint real things that are actually happening within the cases, you can't really get the point across, right? So you just finished watching Nonsenses too. Yeah, that was rough. I mean, I hadn't seen that video at all. Not at all, right? But listening to the annoyance and aggravation in her voice totally makes sense, because it's so fucking frustrating to hear these things that are being said over there. I mean, what in the actual world are we doing right now? Like, what the hell? Why would anybody think that it's cool to say the things that were being said, that Nonsense was playing over there? If you guys missed it, I don't even know the words to say. I really don't even know the words to say, because they were just, it's terrible. It's terrible what's going on. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. Oops. Okay. Hey, Dina. It was disgusting. The psychic, yeah, it's fucking terrible. No. There's nothing, right? So these are some of the things that I am putting into the video. And like I said over in hey, Brantley, in Nonsense's chat, I'm probably gonna make enemies. I don't really give a shit. We need to, Angel, and it's something we need to look into, definitely. So these types of things, that are 1,000,000% sensationalized. Hey, nature. Hey, old lady. Very, very, very frustrating. It is very frustrating. So these are just some of the things that I'm including in the video, right? Like, where the fuck are these clues? These shocking clues. Where are they? Because I haven't seen a one yet. Not one. The stepdad is lying. Like, what are you even talking about? Oh my God. No record of Chris. Well, what? How do you know? What are you talking about? Who are you, Heather? I don't know. What it all boils down to, Katie and Chris and the Bower Sox do not want anyone looking for Sebastian, point blank. How do you know that? Proudfoot knows. So does Chris. They planned it, premeditated, scripted, wrote alibis, jammed cameras, removed theirs and the floodlights. Can it be any more clear? Unless you have the IQ of a grape, it was them. Do you see? This is all bullshit. And it's unacceptable. It's not acceptable. It's too much. Buy books for me nonsense. Buy happy books that'll make you feel better. She's on her way to Barnes and Noble. I can't say it enough that these people are they're being bamboozled in a lot of cases, right? They're being fed information. They're being given this information, right? And then they just take it and they run with it. And it's so dangerous and it's so frustrating to watch it in case after case after case. And there has to be something more that we can do. I don't know what that is, but there's got to be something more. Are those bite marks? What? Oh, absolutely. 100%. Here's somebody who does a lot of work. Okay. If you don't know, oh God, my stomach even thinking about it. If you don't know about the Cash Gernon case, let me say, number one, you do not want to look into the Cash Gernon case because it is one of the most heartbreaking cases that you're ever going to hear about. The level of frustration in that case is so beyond, right? But creators got involved. People got involved again, like they always do. And so many rumors, so many things started happening in that case. HR 8866. I want to say that I read that. HR 8866. I'm almost positive I did. Yes, Congress.gov. I did read this. Let me share this with you guys so that you know what is going on. These are people who are fighting, okay? This stuff can happen. It can happen. You just have to want it to happen, right? You have to want it to happen because if we just sit there, nothing ever happens. Let me see. All right, I will get it off of your page. Hold on. It's on your community wall. Let me mute myself over here. Hold on. Okay, I'm already muted. Wait 1 second. Go to channel. This is great that you guys are able to do this. Seriously, it is. Look at this. People have had enough. Cash is in DC. So, to amend Part 1 of Part B of the Title IV of the Social Security Act to require states as a condition of federal support for child welfare service programs to facilitate access to advocates and advocacy resources for parents in any child welfare case interacting or involving a child of the parent and for other purposes. So it goes on. I'm going to go here. I want to be able to text. Here you go. So they are fighting for change, much like Trevor goes and fights for change. If you don't follow Trevor on Facebook, you should, right? Here's the thing. No, you don't. You don't, unfortunately, have the right to say anything that you want to. It doesn't really work that way. People think that it works that way. And I'm not being rude to you, Maggie. It just doesn't work that way. unfortunately. There are things that if you say it, it's against the law. It's a violation of somebody else's rights. And that's why we're going to do the live on what exactly is free speech so that people can actually understand it. People love to say, well, we have free speech. No, you actually don't. You think that you do, and you think you can say anything you want to, but you can't. Exactly. Hey, Joneson. Right. CPS was called for cash. Why didn't anybody help him? Why did it take getting to the point that it took for anybody to help this baby? It's such a sad situation. The way that Cash's situation turned out, unfortunately, if you don't know about his case, he's no longer with us at the hands of a crazy person. But it was probably just one of the saddest cases that I've seen because of how it all played out. But of course, social media gets involved and wants to attack everybody. Absolutely. You cannot say anything you want to. It's beyond cruel and unusual. It's so fucking bad right now. Oh, man. I really hope so. I really hope so. I really, really, really hope so. How is his brother, by the way? Oh, my goodness. Look at him. Jesus Christmas. I think about his brother. Let me show you him. Seriously, the case is enough to just... This is Cash, for those of you who don't know. Look at that baby. His birthday was yesterday. He's 8. My goodness. This was 4-year-old Cash. 8, right, Lippy? Like, how in the world? How in the actual hell? Oh my goodness. I got into true crime doing to be held captive along with my mother as a child. She was drugged. I was trafficked. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I can't believe it's been 4 years. And see, so here's the thing. Cash's case was 4 years ago, right? And Cash Gernon Justice Family Organization, they have stayed on this. And that's what it takes. We can't just walk away, of course, because it affected her very personally, but you can't just walk away and forget about it. These people, these kids, they need us. This is too much. It is too much. So this is the text of the family advocates and child welfare cases. So they're adding things in the text down here. There's 2 actions on it. And I don't think she's ever going to give up either. I don't think she'll ever give up on this because this has been such a heartbreaking, horrible case where I think something needs to be introduced to social media, to YouTube, to TikTok. And I know that people will say, well, you are going to violate my rights to say what I want to say. And no, we're not violating your rights. We're trying to protect the families. And it's enough. Enough is enough. Yeah, they both have the same last name. I saw that too, Aries. Elon has it. Well, that's a good thing. I really do think that it's beyond time for something to. We can't just keep fighting each other. It's not going to fucking work, right? I can call out Bullhorn Betty all day, every day. Is that going to make her stop, or is that going to make her get more views? I don't know, right? Do you? I don't know. So if you look here, I want to show you this. When you put in, I want to know if this is okay with you guys, and you can be honest. Is this okay with you? Because for me, it's not okay anymore. Okay, so let me show you something else. Hold on. But I didn't want this to be a long lawsuit, but I mean a long lawsuit, for Christ's sakes, a long video. So I just want to show you this. Okay, so I put in Bullhorn Betty. I didn't mean to put in lawsuit. It came up on its own. Look right here. This is Clutch the Pearls, and this is Justin. And Cranes Flying High. You know how I feel. That's about Chris Proudfoot. Okay, there's 1,200 people watching this. Without you watching it, there is no it. Okay. And this is why sometimes creators get to the point where they absolutely hate being on YouTube, because without you, there is no this. There aren't 1,200 people hearing bullshit about parents. There aren't. This is what I'm talking about here. And I don't know what I don't even know what this is about. They have information. The parents have information. Okay. I don't even know what the fuck's going on here. Does he have Jennifer Coffendoffer on, or is he just showing her? I think he's just showing her. She's another absolute fucking cretin. Okay. Sorry. I said it. I mean it. She's allegedly former FBI. She's a fucking clown. And I think we're at the point now where you just got to call it how it is. Okay. The psychic lady, Reverend Donna Serafina, is a fucking clown. She's a tragedy pimp. She's a phony. She's a fraud. Sweetie Pilo, who I really liked, is absolutely a fucking wreck of a human. To keep doing these things to these people for no damn reason is wrong. It's wrong. You are welcome anytime. It doesn't seem like we can do enough, and I don't know how to do that. It's, I have, like Nonsense was saying earlier, she gets really frustrated. I get really frustrated, right? Right here. It creates more drama because I want to tell these people about themselves. I don't want to just come on and have a factual live stream and try and be the bigger person. Of course, that's what I want to do. But watching people like this, it makes you want to say all the things. Like, you're a fucking whole piece of shit. Do you see these babies' faces? Does it bother you at all? How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? I don't understand it. Right? I don't understand. These are children and these are their parents. You don't have a right. You don't have the right to fucking accuse them of doing things to their kids. You don't have that right. And I think it's so far beyond time for these platforms to do something. Okay? It's so fucking far beyond time to do something. Nope. No. And, I always used to say, go find your people. And I mean that, you know? Yeah, demons come out. And then On the one hand, you want to be taken seriously, right? You do. On the other hand, you're like, look, motherfucker, I'm about to get a board and smack you in your head with it because you suck, right? But you can't be like that because it's just causing drama. I'm talking for myself, but I just put in Bullhorn Betty. I just want to look at this, okay? Just look at this with me and tell me that you think these things are all within freedom of speech or what people should be allowed to say on here. And she is not the only one. By far, she ain't the only one, okay? Breaking news. There's no breaking news. We are Sebastian's army. That one's fine. I have no problem with that. Let me just go to her channel, okay? As you can see, no, I am not fucking subscribed. Is she a security threat? Making a joke out of it. Like, it's not funny. It isn't funny that you got arrested in a missing child's case. Like, it's not amusing in the least bit. And I don't know why you think that it is, because it's really not. Jailhouse Betty. So funny. I'm still missing. Yeah, we know that. We sadly do know that. Let's look at our live streams. God, I can't. I have no problem with these. I don't need. Oh, somebody wrote her a song. That's great. Okay, great. So here's Chris Proudfoot. Clear Seth Rogers. No problem with that. Okay. No, who cares? That's great. If she wants them cleared, great. Good. All right, whatever. They're questioning why Chris was gone 17 or 24 hours to Tennessee, as if that makes any difference, as if you are above the FBI, Secret Service, TBI, and law enforcement. What you're doing is manipulating people. That's all you're doing. That's what you're doing. You want them to question if Chris was gone 17 or 24 hours and why would he be? What do you expect them to do with that information? There is not a damn thing anybody can fucking do about the information. That you're just trying to insinuate that he did something to Sebastian. That's what you're trying to do. And you're disguising it as what? Nothing, because it's absolutely harassment. It's libel. You're doing this to this person on purpose for 12,000 people. It's not right. Okay? It's not right. Then, she's saying that Sumner County is corrupt, just like she said Hawkins County was corrupt, just like she said the people in Quinton's case, the police were corrupt. Everybody's corrupt when they don't agree with what she has to say. Everybody's corrupt. Oh, the garbage of YouTube. Well, that's fitting. So another 17-hour, it's the same exact thing. Do you see what I'm saying? Look at this. 17 hours. Go back up here. 17 hours. Like, you're just using this baby, this young man, for views. That's what you're doing. Stop. Chris, where did you hide Sebastian Rogers? Allegedly. These are things you're not allowed to do. Even if you think you're allowed and nobody's caught on as far as YouTube goes, there are people out here who are going to make sure that Chris and Katie and other parents of other missing children where these things are happening are going to find out, and they're going to know. This is the worst one, the first one in this row. Sebastian Rogers, did Katie Proudfoot do the unthinkable? You think that you're right in the lawsuit right now. You think that you're justified. Look at this. You got Chris over there in the thumbnail with a shovel and Katie with blood all over her. How dare you? Are you out of your goddamn mind, ma'am? Who in the entire fuck do you think you are? You're not an investigator. You're not a private investigator. You're not a paralegal. You're not a judge. You're not a cop. You're nothing. You're none of these things. You have no right to harass the mother like this. You have no right. Like, you've really lost your entire mind to do stuff like this. It, it's shocking. Liar, she has on here. Liar, she has on there. And then this with the fake crying and who broke the law. None of this is funny. Fun fact. It's about Sebastian. Fun fact. None of this is fun. None of these are facts. None of this is true. You're making shit up. Like, most of your channel the last few months has been Sebastian. It's been repetitive. It has been against his parents, specifically harassing them. They could go further with this. They could go further. Here's this one. She had somebody take a video trying to put their child in a bag. And she wants to know where Katie's pickle bag is, insinuating that Katie put Sebastian in a bag. This is criminal. You can't do this. You cannot. She is by far not the only one either. There are so many of these people out here right now who are doing this to Sebastian. Okay? Not just Sebastian either. No, not just Sebastian either. So you put his name in and you just scroll down. Okay? These are the normal. Okay. He vanished in the night. Was Sebastian in the way? The stepdad's lying. Look at this, guys. It's too much, man. This poor child. This will shock you. Streamed 1 day ago. It's the same fucking video over and over and over again that this guy keeps putting out about these damn lights. Over and over and over again. This is wrong. Making fun of Chris. This here. This is what I can't. This is what Nonsense was watching. I have not watched it yet. I only listened to what Nonsense had to say on the topic. Hey, Be Real. And it was so frustrating. Hey, Anonymous. I'd like to look through the comments. There are 273 of them. Let's just look and see what the comments say. Okay. Okay. At one point, and I knew this was coming on here. At one point, there's a company mentioned called Steadfast or something that what's her face sees. Sorry, I'm wetting my gecko. He needs to let his skin come off. Sorry. I just noticed he's turning white, so he has to whatever. Okay. So now the Steadfast company is being doxxed in this video, right? Probably have nothing to do with anything. This psychic woman here, her, alleges that when somebody recorded the Proudfoots interview, she could see these custom-made boxes all over the house and all the rooms. They've never even done a tour of the house. Like, what in the entire fuck are you talking about? This shit didn't happen, okay? Stop. Check Kathy Bowersox for fraud and tax evasion. Yeah, because that will help us find Sebastian. Definitely. For sure. Yep. Okay. Katie Proudfoot, you can't claim you were on the phone for 3 hours when you fell asleep only in a 20-minute phone call. You hung up the phone 3 hours later, but slept from 10 to midnight. Nobody's ever said that. Can't believe a word of it. In her own words, Katie Proudfoot timeline is a complete and utter lie. Katie was seen at Worsham's General Store in storage before 6 a.m. that morning, according to witness statements. What witness statements, Caroline? Are you a detective, ma'am? Did the police release that? Because I don't fucking think they did. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. It's clear to me Sebastian took a beat down in the sunroom. What is this? The game of fucking Clue? Are you people crazy? I am shocked that this hasn't been solved. The mother murdered her son with the help of her awful husband. Same with Summer Wells. Mother sold her. I am going to be copying and taking all of this information and compiling it. I don't know how I can help at this point. I don't know what I can do anymore, but all of it is getting reported. Every single bit of this information is going to be sent to somebody. I don't know who, I don't know where, I don't know how. I'm going to figure it out, but you can't keep doing this. It's too much. You people are not detectives. This is so wrong. I bet it's Melissa's house, property, or holiday camping hunting house. I always felt it. In Summer Wells' case, there was a young man named, what was his name, guys? He's the guy with the beard. He lives in the cabin with the fireplace, and people were coming up to his property. He had to get guns. Jamie? Yeah. Somebody mentioned his name accidentally as a suspect. And people were coming to his fucking property, right? Yeah, it has to be. Nonsense. It's too much. Jamie, that's his name. And people went after this guy. It's wrong. To Dog the Bounty Hunter, I hear he's trying to solve the case with Seth. I really can't do this. Yeah, they're formidable, all right. Definitely. Oh my God. I cannot thank you both enough for your beautiful spirits. You live an authentic life before you can tap into divine direction. I know the truth when I hear it. Reference has been made to dark spirits, and I see it so clearly. After seeing Chris Proudfoot's face, there's your confirmation, in case you were wondering. However, it's so important to hold on to your peace and your faith. What about Chris and Katie's peace and faith? What about that? God. Would have taken him to Melissa's property first, probably even a well on there. The little girl you described in an old reading would have been Melissa's kid, her daughter. You see, now they've pulled Melissa's child into it, the sister there. Why do you people think that this is okay? Look at this one. This is wonderful right here. Remember, Katie said she heard a thud sound? Could the thud actually be what Reverend Donna said she saw? Sebastian getting hit with a shovel? Yeah, there was somebody in her house smashing Sebastian in the head with a shovel. Are you okay right now? And when Reverend Donna showed how someone had their arm around Sebastian's neck, matched that on Chris P's arm that looked like it had bite marks. Now I think how Katie says about reason Sebastian walking out the front door, I could see if we were fighting or something. Oh my God. I think they were fighting about something. He didn't walk out the door because he was taken out the back, just like how Candace from the Summer Wells case was adamant about Summer being taken from the basement no other way. When I think about Reverend Donna describing the shovel, Sebastian being put in the headlock lines up when Katie said I was hysterically crying and screaming. I ran back to the house and then corrected herself and said drove. I really can't with people. If Katie was abused by her mother, what's the odds she might have abused her own child? Imagine how many other people they made disappear. They don't like or owe them money. Okay. Katie has always been greedy and spiteful. That's why she's with her perfect, evil, manipulative haters like herself. Okay. They both put on a lot of weight. Now, the Danny person they kept mentioning, I guarantee you they're just going to search to this person forever and dox every Danny who's ever been, and they're screwed. Like, run for the hills. If your name's Danny, change it now. Everyone needs to watch this. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do. Summer and Sebastian will never get justice because the police in those counties do not care. They don't care. They don't care. They are so evil. You girls are saying everything that I've been thinking. He was definitely carried from that house per the spirit. Do you understand that what they're doing, as many times as they say, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. That's fine. You can say it all you want. That doesn't negate anything at all. It doesn't make any difference. You don't know what lunatics are in your chat, are in your comments, like these people. They think spirits helped her solve this. Spirits. Okay. All right. This one here, this fucking rocket scientist right here. I was watching somewhere from another medium that CP was there at the house the entire time. And I've always had that feeling. His story's whack, and I don't believe him. I hope this keeps eating at him. And so is Katie responsible for this boy's unaliving. I don't believe he's alive. I have a son, and his bio dad's an alcoholic, and his stepmom's a witch with a capital B. I always worry about my son going to his house. By courts, I have to let him go. If dads can put hands on females, he can surely put them on my son. I've had 2 back surgeries due to his dad. What, ma'am? Brandy? What are you even babbling about? Oh my God. I heard his sister works at the sheriff's department. Can anybody confirm? Is this why Chris called the sheriff instead of 911? Oh my God. I believe Katie's suffering from narcissistic abuse, which I was just abandoned by a covert narcissist that I was isolated by for 11 years. Okay, because we need to know about your life in this whole situation here. We don't. Donna's so funny. Yeah, she's funny. Funny. She's talking about Sebastian being killed. And she's so funny. she's a knee slapper. That's what she is. Okay. I'm a true believer, that's for sure. Well, that's good. There you go. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to up that. Thank you. I don't care about her hormones. Why are you even fucking talking about it in the middle of talking about Sebastian? But anyway, did you see these idiots? Do you see them? Truck, dark green, druck. The flower, surrounded by water. He's in water. In the U flower, Trevor. These are the people we're fucking dealing with here. Okay? These are the geniuses on your pages that you're putting out this information to. Is Sebastian dead, Donna? I believe he's gone. Because who are you, Shelley? Yes, he's dead and will never be found. He's buried 20 feet down. They used heavy machinery to dig and threw him in the hole and buried him. Used heavy machinery to flatten out the ground, and construction was done, building a large hospital on top of the ground. Shelley says, how evil can a person be? I guess there's Satan wearing a mask. Did you hear this bullshit here? Do you hear this bullshit here? 3 hours ago. And I guarantee you, they're not going to go through their comments and delete this harmful, hurtful shit. Now, Shelley could go on to Facebook and say, oh, I heard from another psychic on Reverend Donafina's page named Mary O'Sullivan that Sebastian is dead. He's underneath a hospital, you know. They buried him under there. He is missing. That's the point. He's missing. And these idiots are on the psychic's page. She's very popular. Sweetie Pilo's very popular too. And they're posting all of this shit. Let's see. So it has almost 9,000 views, and it was streamed live 7 hours ago. Sweetie Pilo has 54,000 subscribers. There are 1,100 people who like this, and the views are growing. You know, her views are growing. They're not diminishing. A typical one for her, 41,000, 38,000. Then there are smaller ones here. But on Sebastian's case, 54,000, 56,000, 26,000, 84,000, 67,000. People are going to see this. They're going to believe it. They're going to believe it. And it's so fucking frustrating. Hey, David, sweetheart. Or bullhorns. That's also true. Yeah. You didn't see him, I'm afraid to look now. What is this? Chico. Same. Same. Hey, Scott H. It's so much. No, that's what they care about. That's what they care about. And that's it. Yep. Yep. You better believe it is. Hey, Erica. These things here are, people can say stuff like Bullhorn Betty says, it's just a video. You don't have to watch my video. It doesn't work like that. People are going to watch your videos. Clearly, they're going to watch. Bombshell. How far would Chris's family go over secrets? So, I don't know what she put out here. I don't know what this is. Clearly, I don't watch this lady. However, hashtag Sebastian Rogers, true crime, Hendersonville, trending. Yeah, it's about the victims for sure. Trending. Okay. JLR, Katie Proudfoot, Chris Proudfoot. Okay. Thank you, Duchess, for your hard work in interviewing them early on. Here's that link. So clearly she watched Duchess's link. When Sebastian's mother, Katie Proudfoot, and stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, decided to leave town following his disappearance due to threats, speculation about their involvement beginning to spread online, but Nyland said his parents have been cooperative throughout the investigation. What? They have pretty much done whatever law enforcement has asked of them. At this point, we don't have any evidence, Nyland said, of Sebastian's parents. There is not any kind of indication that there is a criminal element involved, but we are keeping options open. We don't know what has happened. We don't know where he is right now. We are pursuing all avenues. Okay. Channel tags. People missing. Ickmel. Zavgirl. Idaho 4. Moscow. College. Court TV. Idaho 4. Grizzly. True Crime. Sweetie Pilo. Sweetie Pie. Sweetie Pilo. Summer Wells. The Interview Room. Evil Exists. Susan Morphew. Christina Randall. Kendall Ray. Donna Serafina. Kylie Rodney. Harsh Reality. Cinema Shogun. 10 to Life. Moscow, Idaho. Crime Circus. And Donna Serafina. Do you see what you're dealing with here? Do you see what you're dealing with? I don't think people see what the fuck they're dealing with here at all. I do not. I don't. Yeah. If you use these hashtags, your video is going to get seen by anybody who watches them. if they happen to be searching for it, right? And they're all the same tags on here, but then she puts her hashtags down here as well. This one, I edited this so you could see the video. Who solved the case? Oh my fucking God, bro. Chico, exactly. Going over the comments from yesterday's video, I edited this video so you could see my visit with Donna, Reverend Donna, who solved the case of JJ and Tylee. Solved it. Solved it. Like, she literally didn't solve dick. Nothing. All these people's names, Chico. All of them. All the people. All the people. For what? Why? 9 months ago, Summer Wells, they put her in a barrel. Okay. Elijah, who's been identified now. But I wonder if what's her fucking face did a reading on that, right? I don't know. Exclusive info. Yeah, okay. Exclusive info. Exclusive nothing. Exclusive nothing. Out here interviewing Micah's best friend, Micah's dad. It's Idaho 4. This is what happened. Interview from January 1st, 2023. Like, people need to download these so that when you go back, you know that she's, Summer Wells, Allie, Candace, and Dawn. If you don't shut the hell up, ma'am, I can't. I can't keep watching them right now. I can't. So maybe we organize a protest in front of Google headquarters because why is this okay? Yeah. Why is any of it okay? Why is any of this okay? Right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tag everybody else's name, Chica. Everybody, all the people, because it makes sense to do such things. Makes no fucking sense whatsoever at all. Like, none. I'm so tired of these fucking people. So tired. So I started making this, but there's so much more that has to be put in here. So much more. But it does go over many, many things, right? Speech that's just merely offensive. One of the things that Betty said the other day was, I can be completely vulgar. Did you know that? I can just say these things and it's free speech. Offensive stuff? Sure. Some of it is. What you're doing? No. No, ma'am. No, it's not free speech. And I don't even want Sebastian's parents to have to be in court right now, but she has fully violated the law, broken it. She has broken the law. And I find that it's going to be very important for Katie and Chris's cases for them to know that. Incitement to violence. I mean, you're reading the stuff under there, right? In those videos I just showed you of the things that people are saying. This is illegal. Defamation is illegal. When speech harms the reputation of another person through false statements, it's illegal. I don't know if Betty realizes what she's doing. I think she does realize it. I think a lot of creators realize what they're doing is illegal. I think for the sake of their views, they don't give a shit. But it is illegal. You just can't say whatever you want to say. It doesn't work like that. Hate speech, that's more about race, religion. Here you go. Unwanted, repeated and unwanted speech aimed at a particular individual. that causes distress or harm, including online harassment, cyber stalking, trolling, doxing, sending threatening messages. Those are illegal. You're not allowed to do that. But because people on here have gotten so used to it, because we see it so much, we think that it's okay to do. We just think it's like a social media thing that happens. It's actually against the law. You're not allowed to do it. And if you are smart, you're documenting everything. And if they haven't, other people have. Other people have. And it will be sent to them. And that goes for content creators against content creators too. Doing all of this stuff. And there are several of you who've tried over the years. I assure you, it's all been documented for whenever it needs to be. Whenever people get tired and just say, okay, now I got time. What did Benny used to say? I got time today. Let's see. Misinformation, that's mostly around elections and things like that. Of course, obscenity about children. I even have sources, of course. You don't publish anything that's factual without sources. Please don't do that. We even have cases. You can look these cases up. Go look them up. There's lots of stuff out here. Information about all of these cases about people who do this shit online. There need to be a billion more cases like this because people are too free. There's that saying that people become so free on the internet because you're behind a keyboard. Well, I think that because the laws are still so blurred in most cases, people don't think they can even take action. But they can. They can. Buy me a I'm telling you. They're way behind, yeah. No, it doesn't absolve you at all. Right. You report it to YouTube, nothing, and the police are way behind on the law. Well, that's another thing. You know how sometimes people go missing and you'll later hear, nobody would help me. They told me I had to wait 48 hours. Yes, back in the day it was 48 hours. That is not a thing. It's not a law. It's not even a thing, okay? If you are persistent enough, just like Cash Gernon case, if you're persistent, somebody's going to listen. You can't just give up because you see that, oh, I reported it, I reported it. Find out another way. Figure out another way. 2 other grimy create absolutely. They're defending I can't. I haven't even seen who it is yet, but shall we? Because I've had enough. Right? So let's go look because why not? Let's see. Who are we talking about here? Nonsense. Let's do that because it's probably not even somebody that I'm fucking subscribed to, but is this? Okay, it is. Who? I was thinking. I was thinking. Yeah. Do you know how many people are over there watching that right now? 1,200 people. Shall we see? Shall we see? What's being said in that chat? I think we shall. I think we should. Right? I'm gonna clutch the pearl. Clutch the pearls. Right? Not subscribed. Sorry. Used to be. Used to really like Justin. But now I can't do it. Sorry, Justin. Sorry, friend. Here's your chat. Let's bring Sebastian home. Accident is going too far, but deliberately planning to remove your child. Do you see that? You see that right there? Okay. Seth works for Metro. One thing they stand beside. Okay, whatever. New Harley and a new car. Who has a new Harley and a new car? Brittany, how do you know about Seth's job? Why would they tell you about his work schedule? Okay. Don't tease us. That's true. If they truly cared, they would not stop trying to look for him like they say that. Keep trucking. Okay. Whatever. Love you, Jennifer Coffin Daffer. Oh, geez. In my opinion, those responsible did not anticipate the attention Sebastian received. I think they expected his disappearance to become old news quickly, so they thought they could wait it out. In my opinion, they were not prepared for FBI Nick Dog and YouTubers like you just to stay on it. Really? Really? Oh my God. Chris is not going to let Katie get away from him for a minute because he's controlling her. Chris is scared. Exactly. We can give our opinions, but the real people who know him own what happened. Nana's Dragonfly. Okay. CP is responsible, and that's why his whole family is involved. They wouldn't do all of this for KP. Look how they treated NG after she gave birth to CP's only daughter. It's him or me, allegedly. 1,200 people. You are irresponsible, Justin. You're irresponsible. This is wrong. What are you doing? Why? This is unbelievable. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Chico. Yeah. Geniuses. Girl. What more can they do? What can they do? It's too much. Oh, yeah, he has. He has. He's way far somewhere else. I don't know. Yep. Agreed. Yep. His super chat video? What super chat video? Oh, God. I'm not subscribed. I don't even know. Now I need to know. Now I have to know. Are you kidding? Oh my God. Wait. I gotta see it now. Hold on. God. He just did it right now? Okay. We allegedly knew at individual rocks, but it was river. Absolutely. True sleuth. Oh my God, honey. You are just honestly too good for me. Thank you for that. Thank you for this. In my opinion, those responsible did not anticipate the attention Sebastian received. Yes, I think they expected for sure parents to become old news quickly. Is the video coming up? Because I can't with this. I can't. Or was it just the clapping?
My opinion, they were not prepared.
Which is very annoying too. I don't know.
Dog YouTubers like you, Justin. Thank you so much.
Oh my god, that clapping.
Yeah. Generous with your time listening to me all the time. I have to say.
Is there a video? I don't even know. What am I waiting for? No, there's no video. What are you telling me to do? Over here. I don't know. Oh boy, Aries. So in the beginning, I was over on Granny's watching quite a bit. And immediately we both felt exactly the same way about Seth. Like it was immediate, right? And I didn't see anybody else feeling like that at the time. And I felt bad that I felt that way, but I did. And at the time he was getting a lot of love. And I said, you know what? They're going to turn on this guy. And she said, yeah, they're definitely going to turn on him. And I said, it's going to be really fucking bad when they do. And they did. To me, the way that I describe Seth is a man who needs his ass patted, right? Doesn't make it right for me to say that. I'm not out here saying that I think that he did something to his child. I'm saying I think he's a guy who is enjoying attention right now. Like he's enjoying. This is a lot for any parent to deal with, right? I'm sure this is a lot for Seth to deal with. Of course it is. It's his child. Who are you asking, Carla? Are you asking me? I know you're not asking me. I'm going to give you a chance to answer, though. Don't block Carla. Leave her there. I don't know. Let's see. What are they paying me, Carla? Where are they paying me, Carla? Are they sending me cash? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where exactly, Carla? Did you see Chris and Katie in my videos? Or Seth? Where are they at, though? Carla, where'd you go? What happened? Did somebody block her? Because, bitch, I know you weren't talking to me. Okay? Lost your damn fucking mind. Shit. Come back, Carla. Where are you? Where are you, Carla? Yeah. He lost me when he put that information out for sure. Melly, I'm trying so hard right now. You know that I'm trying, right? You know that I'm just not gonna do it. But I want to. I love you too. Sorry, I saw some comment about that too. You have to go watch. Oh, okay. I haven't seen it. Why not watch the channels that go members only to be able to comment and chat? I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know what you mean, but I can say that. No, I love you so much. Shut up, little bitch. I am definitely not getting paid by the Chris and Katie. I think harassing them is sickening. It's fucking sick. And I'm at the point now where just talking about it, it's just something else has to be done. And it will be done. If I have to join up with creators to get something done, this harassment and the way that these things are happening, there has to be some kind of change. It's too much. Thank you, Chai. Yeah, because Seth said. I don't even think it's about getting them taken down. I don't care if they have a platform. I care about them harassing these parents. It has to stop. It has to stop. And sometimes you just get fired up and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do something. Because it reminds you, of my little favorite parable about this boy and the starfish and the old man telling him that, sorry, I'm giving Noodles more water, that putting the starfish back in the water is not making any difference because there's thousands of starfish on the beach and they're all getting dried up, and there's no way one person can make a difference. And he picks up a starfish and he puts it in the water and he says, it made a difference for that one. Right? Made a difference for that? Absolutely. All of the parents. 100%. Seth included. Of course. When I'm saying all parents, I mean all the parents. It's wrong. It's as wrong to harass Seth and accuse him of things than it is to do it to Chris and Katie. Now, because Katie was the last one with Sebastian, the logical reaction is she did something. I understand that reaction. It makes sense. Okay, fine. Implicating Chris and trying to bring him into it as well, then bringing the ex-wife, then now people's new theory, some people, is that Seth and Chris did something. Like, none of this fucking makes sense. Enough, right? There's no evidence to accuse anybody. And who the fuck are we to accuse anybody? There's no new information. No matter how many times somebody writes, breaking news, there's no fucking breaking news. Stop doing that. It's so screwed up. Yeah, the TikTok people are very strange. We can have reactions. We can think, wow, okay, he didn't vanish into thin air. Where did he go? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But the best advice that I would give anybody is to handle it like you would want to be handled, right? Like, how would you want your child's case handled? One, stick to facts. Verify your sources. Don't rely on rumors and speculation, especially from places like internet forums and YouTube videos. Use the word allegedly. It's one of my favorite words ever. If someone's not been convicted or charged and there's zero proof You can say something like, according to reports, Katie was at home and went here and did that. Not according to Mary up the road, that's not a source. Respect people's privacy. Don't drive by their home. Don't go to the RV park where they're staying and try to find out information. Don't dox their neighbors. Don't look up their bankruptcies. Avoid the biggest thing on here, sensationalism of these stories. True crime is already very, very emotionally charged. Adding unnecessary drama or suggesting things that are not based on any facts is called sensationalism. And it's wrong. You're not supposed to be doing that to people. Have compassion for them. Have compassion for authorities, because you don't know what these authorities are seeing or dealing with. There's a whole human aspect to this that I think that people forget, because I know how fucking sensitive some of the YouTubers on here are. Jesus Lord. Try to put yourself in these people's shoes and wonder, how would I want to be treated? These families are grieving, and the victims deserve respect. Not every suspect, person of interest, family member is guilty. It just isn't. And true crime, this community itself, comes with a huge responsibility. As creators, and I've said this a million times, we have a duty to ensure that our content is respectful, fact-based, and legal. And you can still tell a compelling story without crossing all the lines. You can do that. It can happen. I mean, if you don't have the skill or the talent to do that, then maybe you should be doing something else. But doing these things, it's not helpful. It's not helpful to anybody. Accident either. Do you see what I'm saying? It never stops, Chris. It never stops. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, and don't act like you didn't, because you did. Georgia, it just never stops, but people love it. Either people are listening in the bushes and are shocked at what he's saying, or they believe what he's saying, and then they go back to places like Facebook and TikTok and spread this bullshit. And it is hurtful to these parents. There are crazy people out here who could do something. No, they don't care. Right. They know. They know. Absolutely it is. It absolutely is considered stalking. If you drive by my fucking house and you don't know anybody on this street, you're stalking. I don't. I can tell you though. Ugh, such a sad case. So the Two Rivers police, it was February, I'm pretty positive, but let's see. Elijah, Two Rivers police confirm remains are those of the missing boy who was missing since February. February 20th. The Amber Alert was issued February 20th. I'm behind, but I feel this is a reflection of the whole. We don't agree on facts in our society and make up conspiracies. I agree. Yeah, till just now, Georgia. He was just located the other day, and they had to go through the DNA and all of that. So, Exactly. Justin went to the neighbors to talk to them. So he says, I heard on BJ's another great source of information. I can't. Bama, you're right. Of course. Of course. Who are the leaders? We are. Right? I mean, who's a leader here? Who's going to stand up and say, that's enough? This is enough. We can't keep doing this. We have to be able to fight back. 222 in here versus 1,200 people. That's a lot. We have to get together. We have to. If you give a fuck about these victims, our job is to be a voice for the people who don't have one. That's your job in true crime. That's it. That's your job. There is no other job for you. You're a storyteller. You're supposed to be here to tell the story, not to insert your own fucked up ass narrative because you feel like this happened. You don't know anything. You know nothing. It's not our jobs. We don't know. Sadly, we do, Anon, and it turns into a back and forth, right? Yes, they did. Everybody should be their own leader and do what's right. But we don't. We don't because there are a lot of creators in this realm who don't play fair, right? They don't. So, for example, today, I heard some TikTokers who got up on Queen Bee's and they were admitting what they did, that they doxed her in private. You know, I don't know if they put it out or what. I was a little lost with the story. But one of the women said, yeah, I did. You know, I did do that. She did it for Tony Mathis. Tony Mathis asked these TikTok people to get the names of Dolly Vision, J for Justice, Queen Bee, Illuminati, and JLR. I guess it was to send cease and desists. Okay. All right. So you needed their names to get cease and desists. You involved another person instead of just going to law enforcement and saying, I believe they're in this town or this town and this is the channel and I need assistance. You had another person go dig into them. And you did this because you don't like what they're talking about. Fair enough. Fair enough. You don't like what they're talking about. But now you've involved this woman and you don't know what she's going to do with that information. You don't know. Yeah, it was a hoot. Hey, Grain. You have no idea. Dolly needs better insurance. Why does Dolly need better insurance? I don't know what that means, but hey, Kelsey. We don't. We have no idea. It's just so much. The whole thing is too much for me personally. And, you know, I said this was going to be quick. It's over an hour already, but I am working on the free speech video just because I want it just to be out there. I don't know. It probably will do no good. If I got on here and rip Betty a new asshole, which I'm fully capable of doing because we don't like each other in the least bit, people would listen, right? And I could go about it that way and talk about what a piece of shit I think she is. What good does that do? It's not going to change anything for tomorrow at all. Trevor can help, absolutely. I try to be fair, Charlie, because we have no idea yet. Now, if Chris, Katie, Seth, Don Wells, Candace Wells, Grandma Wells, Grandma Bly, whatever. If any of them had anything to do with any of this, I'd be the first one there, sitting at their fucking trials, rooting on for them to be convicted. Every single one of them. But we don't know anything. We don't know anything. And it's not our job to come on in front of thousands of people and say that we think this, this, and this. Who gives a fuck what you think? Who are you supposed to be? You're nobody. Shut up. It is a circus. And I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on Sebastian's case. Do kids just go missing? No, they don't. They don't. But it is not my job to put up pictures of Katie with blood all over her and make up a whole fucking narrative. It's not my job. Like, ugh. And these people can sleep well at night. They're cool with it because, they're getting a lot of views and they're making a lot of money. So for a while, that will fool you. But to what extent? You can see Chris and Katie are in pain. And you still think this is all fun and games. It's not. It just isn't. I never liked BHB, MGL, J for J, Dolly Vision, JLR, Justin, Tiffany, and all those other clowns. I don't even like the interviewer. Fuck the interviewer for what he did to that guy on Twitter, accusing him of being Brian Laundrie. I mean, this is a man with credentials, allegedly. And he put this man's, he said he was Brian fucking Laundrie. What in the world are you doing? He's one that I hate, and I don't mind saying it. He knows I can't stand his ass, and he don't give a shit. Who am I compared to to him? He has got a big name out here. Can you imagine? Like, they're not going through enough. And I would rather be wrong later. Nomadic Trek, exactly. I could say right now, hey, what's going on is wrong. Chris and Katie shouldn't be attacked. Seth shouldn't be attacked. And it turns out one of them did something. Okay, so what? What do you want? Your ass patted because you were right? Does it make you feel good? Like, you're not an investigator. Who cares if you were right or wrong? It's all for your ego. You want your that ass pat. You want to feel that. Like, oh, I was right. Well, good for you. Who gives a fuck? Like, shut up. Ugh. There's a lot of YouTubers that I cannot stomach on here. There's so many covering this case right now that I literally wouldn't even be able to talk to in real life because it wouldn't turn out well. I don't give a fuck what he believes either. I never did. I hoped he would do good in Summer's case, and he didn't. Exactly, Onyx. Yep. And then it becomes about that. It just becomes about that. Exactly. Bets thinks she broke some. Lord God. Bets ain't breaking nothing but her hair from dyeing it so damn much. Let me not talk shit about people's hair because Lord knows bitches are out here talking about mine. My biggest screw with an active. These YouTubers cause so many issues. So many issues. Got what scoop? What scoop? Don't get me going. All right. I love you guys. I gotta go. I'm gonna go. I didn't even plan on being on here that long, but we might be back tomorrow, okay? We'll definitely be back Sunday. I love you. Bye.